dangerous. You think I got that 9 on me like Bellamy, but I'm not about no felonies. Still got the weight of hell on me. I'm trying to change trajectories and break this chain of memories. That shit gets real unsettling. I think the devil's meddling. I'm leveling up to level everything in front of me. Most motherfuckers is maxed out by now.
That's right, boys. We are once again cranking up some Waldo springtime. 3 wins in a row. We call that a winning streak, chat room. A winning streak. The Mariners in this one. I mean, hey, the offense was not looking great to start this game. Miles Michaelis somehow, some way, was pitching really well in this game. And, you know, the Mariners should have probably been able to take care of him better than they did. In the end, it doesn't matter. They were able to finally get to him, which is, I mean, you know, what more can we ask? We can't be mad about a win, even if they didn't necessarily win it the way we thought they should have. Brian Wu in this one was fantastic. He, another 6 innings, a quality start from Wu, 3 hits, 2 earned. He tied a career high with 9 strikeouts. Goldie trying to explain Stranger Things to Valley was hilarious. Dude, I love Aaron Goldsmith. It was so funny. It was so funny. The bullpen in this game absolutely did their job as well. Matt Brash, an inning pitched, struck out 2. Edward Bizardo came in the 8th inning, an inning pitched, struck out 1. And then Andres came in, an inning pitched. He did walk 1, but he struck out 2. Overall, what is that? 11, 12, 14 strikeouts from the Mariners pitching staff in this one. And it really comes down to the top of the 6th inning. You think about, you know, Josh Naylor coming up huge there with the bases loaded. Julio coming up huge with the bases loaded, lining a ball into left field. Josh Naylor is our Smooches Bro player of the game. In fact, I do need to tweet that. Hold on. Hold the phone, chat. I forgot. Let's see. What should we say? Is it any surprise that Josh Naylor is your Smooches Bro player of the game? What did he do? He went a 1 for 3 night with 2 RBI and a big run created on the base paths. There we go, chat. And then we do some kissy emojis. Boink, boink, boink. Tweet. Easy. Yeah, the bullpen was fantastic in this one. And the offense, again, the only mess up today coming from the pitching staff was that pitch to Alec Burleson that ended up being the 2-run home run. William with the 299 says re-sign Josh Naylor immediately. Yeah, bro, I would personally pitch in some money if it meant that we could that we could re-sign Josh Naylor or extend him right now. I don't have much money to pitch in, but I would pitch in William's 299 that he just sent us. That's for sure. William, I appreciate that 299. Yeah, the only mistake the pitching staff made was that 2-run home run to Alec Burleson. I was honestly surprised that they left Brian Wu in there to face Burleson to end the 6th inning. He got him swinging. Like, he struck him out. But my goodness, that truly felt like a recipe for disaster. Like, it was about to be, you know, we were about to see Burleson hit another home run and tie this game, and you know, run away with this one a little bit. But bottom of the 6th inning, Mariners come on strong. Again, you had Julio 2 for 4 night with a ball that was smashed to left field, just off the glove of Mason Wynn at shortstop. Bases loaded. Josh Naylor comes up, hits that double. He then steals third base, and then he scores on a sacrifice fly from Jorge Polanco. But that whole inning started with a walk from Leo Rivas. I will say that Leo Rivas, I love the guy. He is probably one of the most underestimated and underrated players on the team right now, but just for his like at bats alone. Again, he's walking a lot. His ability to dominate the strike zone, which is obviously what the Mariners look for. Leo Rivas has been great at that. You have Randy come in, get a base hit up the middle in that one. Of course, they then walk Cal. They wanted no part in Cal Raleigh in that bottom of the 6th inning. They walked him after bringing in the reliever, and that's when things really started to move. You had bases loaded, no outs. With the way this team is going right now, it really felt like you know, hey, they're going to come through here. Now, they did have in the previous couple of innings a couple of leadoff doubles that ended up turning into nothing. The Mariners not able to scoring them, not able to convert those runs, which was definitely hard to watch. But I mean, as long as the pitching staff does what they did, you should feel pretty good about winning that ball game. You know, Brian Wu, definitely another candidate to be the Smooches Bro player of the game in this one, but we are going to give it to Josh Naylor for the 2 RBI and the and creating that run at third base. Rivas a switch hitter, yeah. I want to see Naylor get to 2020. He's at 2020 right now, isn't he? Wait, what's he at? How many home runs has he hit? Maybe he's not at 2020. Hold on. Because he has 25 stolen bases on the year. Oh, he's only hit 18 home runs. I think he'll get there. I mean, he's got, what, 18 games left? 18 games left to hit a couple of home runs. I think he'll get there. Yeah, just an all-around a good team win. And, I mean, Joe and I talked about it on the podcast. You have to... You got to come away with this series. You have to. And this is a really good start. Jacob with the 499. KC blown out. 2 back at Houston. Stash is coming on strong. Good vibes all around. We are so back. We are so back. It was so Joe, but we're so back. I appreciate that 499. Jacob. Yeah, let's talk about around the league right now. So if we go to the MLB scoreboard today, the games of importance today. The Red Sox are currently beating up on the Athletics. It doesn't really matter. The Mariners are probably not going to catch the Red Sox in the wild card, so whatever. Why did that switch me off of live chat? There we go. You have the Mariners obviously beating the Cardinals 4-2 today. The Guardians absolutely put it on the Royals. They now are, I believe, tied with the Royals, or maybe even a half game ahead of the Royals in the wild card. Let's see. The Astros also didn't play today, so you didn't have to worry about them. You gained a half game on the Astros. Looking at the wild card right now, here we go, chat. I can just put it on the screen. Give me 1 second. I'm not gonna. It's gonna cut my audio for a second. Just a moment. Okay. You guys should be able to hear me. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So looking at the wild card right now. No, I don't want to take your survey. Look at the wild card right now. The Mariners at 76 and 68 on the season. They are currently 1.5 games up on Texas. With that being said, even though they're 1.5 games up, they're technically 2.5 games up because the Mariners hold the tiebreaker over Texas. So that 1.5 games is just for the Rangers to tie the Mariners. Just for them to tie. If the Rangers want to take a playoff spot away from the Mariners, they have to finish 1 game up on them. The same goes for Cleveland. They're 2.5 back of the Mariners right now. But the Mariners hold the tiebreaker over Cleveland. And so then it's, oh my God, why is that so huge? And so it's actually 3.5 games for Cleveland. Chaos Junkie with the $5 says, just got a custom Etsy Witch 69 jersey. No shot, Chaos Junkie. Dude, do you have it in hand or did you order it? Let me know. No shot, dude. When was the last time the Mariners had this many players with 20 home runs in a single season? I have no idea. I clearly have no idea. It's a great question. Looking at the Royals, who again lost today. They're 73 and 71. They're 3 games back right now of the Mariners. That series is still incredibly important because obviously the Mariners are playing the Royals next week. Still an incredibly important series for them no matter what. But if the Mariners can gain some ground during this homestand, and we can see the Guardians maybe fall back. I'm sorry, the Royals fall back a little bit against the Guardians. Now the Guardians are still in the hunt, don't get me wrong. I don't really think they're much of a threat, but nonetheless, I do think that the Mariners can gain some ground on Kansas City to make that series a little less pivotal, but obviously there's still a few games left. Check in from Occidental. Fun. It was a fun game. Hell yeah. Love to see it, Taco. Appreciate you stopping in. And then you look at the wild card. The Mariners are 3 games back of the Red Sox and 4.5 back of the Yankees. I truly don't think they're going to catch either of these two teams. I mean, it would take the Yankees are playing much better ball. They're 7-3 over their last 10. The Red Sox are 5-5. They're beaten up right now on the Athletics, so they're going to be 3.5 games here in just a second. Naylor average 282. Aaron with the 282. Colton shave all but the upper lip. Is that something I have to do, chat? Can it wait until after Saturday? Because I have a wedding to go to on Saturday, and I don't want me and a mustache. Did you guys remember when I shaved last year on accident? Do you guys remember that? We don't want that in wedding pictures, guys. I can't shave before the wedding. I have a wedding on Saturday. And then I will consider it. I will consider it, chat. I would honest to God, I would rather shave my head than shave my beard. True story. I would rather shave my head than shave my beard. But if you guys are okay with me waiting till Sunday, maybe we can make something work. Don't shave it. It's gonna undo the good juju. That's also a good point, Felipe. You think about it. Am I in the wedding? I am not in the wedding. However, I'm good friends with the people that are in the wedding, or the people whose wedding it is, so I'm going to be in a lot of the pictures. Hey, Joe, what's up, man? Hey, Joe, you ready to shave your beard into a mustache? Let's talk about the division really quick. So, no, I made it, Joe. I put it out on Twitter. I think it went up. Oh, my God. Joe, I posted the... Hold on, chat. I posted the wrong frickin' picture. Hold on. There we go. I posted the... I've posted the... I posted the... I posted the stream thumbnail. Okay, so the division. The Mariners are currently 2 games back of the Astros. Look, no matter how you slice it, they're not Mariners fans, unfortunately. You've done that so many times already. I know, but now it's time. It's, I don't know. No matter what happens, more than likely, so if the Mariners make the playoffs, more than likely they are going to play the Astros. Yeah, Party Turtles is talking about it. More than likely they are going to have to play the Astros. The only question is if it's going to be against or in Houston or in Seattle. If you win the division, it'll be in Seattle. If you are in the wild card, then it will be in Houston. That's really the only, no matter what, I feel like that's what's going to happen. Because I don't think that the Mariners are going. If the Mariners get hot all of a sudden and one of these two teams, Red Sox or Yankees, fall back a little bit, then sure. But I truly think that the Mariners will probably take the 3rd wild card spot and end up playing the Houston Astros in Houston. Or they will win the division. They'll win or sweep that series in Houston, and then they will be the ones who will be holding that division spot, which would then mean that the games would be played in Seattle. Now, we all agree that it would be much better if they were to play those games in Seattle, because we've seen the Mariners play on the road recently, and it hasn't been pretty, although maybe things are fixed, you know what I mean? But you definitely want... the division is still the goal, no matter what. No matter what, the division is the goal. You want to host those games, and you're already going down to Houston soon. Next road trip. You don't want to have to make another trip to Houston. You would really it would really benefit the Mariners to win this division. Yeah, the Yankees and the Red Sox are probably, no matter what, going to play each other. And then the Mariners and the Astros are probably no matter what going to play each other. Good shout. Good shout. Yeah. I just think that's with the way that things are lining up. And again, there's still 18 games to go. Things can obviously drastically change. But as of right now, especially if it started today, that's what would happen. Boomer with the 499. Odds of Cal winning MVP. How can our pitching hopefully not digress next season after needing to pay some guys? I guess I'll answer the first question first here, Boomer. I appreciate that 499. Odds of Cal winning the MVP, the Mariners have to make the playoffs. If the Mariners don't make the playoffs and maybe even make a bit of a run into the playoffs, there's no chance. I also think that he at least needs to break Junior's record, if not Aaron Judge's record. Now, obviously, the odds of him hitting like 10 home runs the next 18 games there's pretty much no shot. There's pretty much no shot that he breaks the American League record for home runs. But if he can break Griffey's, he's what, three shy of tying. If he can break Griffey's record for the most home runs all time by a Mariner, I think that's something that could help him. Aaron Judge, I mean, the Yankees look like a lock to go to the postseason, so they have that going for him. Maybe they have some voter fatigue with Aaron Judge, and they want to give it to somebody that, you know, with what Cal does on the field, off the field for the Mariners, whether that be behind the plate or at the dish or even in the clubhouse. He won the home run derby. You know what I mean? Like, he's about to break Mickey Mantle's record. Like, maybe they'd be willing to give it to Cal. I do think Aaron Judge wins it, though. The other question was, how can our pitching hopefully not digress next season after needing to pay some guys? I think the biggest thing, so you'll need to pay Logan, you'll need to pay George. Bryce Miller and Brian Wu are still under arbitration, and you have Luis Castillo next year. The biggest thing is Mitch Garver's contract is coming off the books, and so is Mitch Haniger's contract. That's like, I think, what, $24 million or something like that right there. That's money that you can use to pay those guys in arbitration, which is going to make it a little bit easier on the Mariners. Now, if they do decide to trade Luis Castillo and roll with, as JM Kidd just mentioned, Cade Anderson at some point during next season, that obviously opens up some money as well. Who knows if teams would be willing to trade for Luis with his struggles on the road, but nonetheless. So, Tyler Franco with the $5. 2 sets of rivals playing each other in the playoffs. Take my money. I know, like, the two best rivalries in the American League, in my opinion. The two best rivalries in the American League. I'm in. I'm super in. Munoz doesn't have command of his fastball still. Good thing the slider's working. If I'm being honest with you, I in my opinion today, it was the slider that was the problem. He's breaking Mantle's record on Wednesday. Don't make the rules. Wonder if anyone will be in attendance for that. I don't think Cal wins it, but Julio is creeping up to the getting a vote convo. He is. Julio Rodriguez, like he does basically every single year, is somehow finding a way to put himself in top 5 MVP contention. And he just, every single night, he's going out there and giving the Mariners a chance to win. He's obviously at 30 home runs now. Like, other than Judge, yeah, I know, right? Remember when that didn't work for the longest time, Joe? Yeah, I need to go. I need to go turn that thing off, I guess. Since the charity stream's over. But, like, other than Judge and Raleigh, who else is up there? Like, is Bobby Witt doing anything special? I really don't think he is. Bobby Witt Jr. So he's hitting .294 with 21 home runs, 77 RBI. I don't know. Like, Bobby Witt's not really doing anything right now. Who else is in the race right now for American League MVP? I don't even know. I don't know who else is even in that race. So I think that Julio deserves a spot in the conversation. Again, he's not going to win. He's not going to win, but nonetheless. Yo, Mike, what's up, Mike? Big Mike, what's up, dude? Let me go look on FanDuel and see if they have updated rankings for MVP. J-Ram. I mean, the problem is, again, like, the Guardians probably don't end up making the world or the playoffs. So, like, that definitely plays a role. I don't necessarily agree that it should play a role, but it definitely plays a role. Awards. So, as of right now, American League MVP on FanDuel. Aaron Judge is at minus 250. Not an ad, by the way. This is not an ad. This is just what FanDuel is saying. Aaron Judge is at minus 250 with Cal at plus 180. So Cal, decent odds, but it's really a two-horse race between Judge and Cal. The other people that are listed here, Bobby Witt at plus 150,000. Jose Ramirez at plus 150,000. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 250,000. And Bo Bichette at plus 250,000. So let's go look at Bo Bichette's season. He's hitting .311 with 18 home runs, 94 RBI, and 181 hits. With a 127 OPS plus. Julio is hitting .267 with 30 home runs and a 126 OPS plus. Tyler Franco with the 5 months. Mojo merch, will we win the West? Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's think of something. I'm in. I don't know what it would be yet, but I'm in. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is hitting .301 with 23 home runs. He has a 143 OPS plus. He does have a 394 OBP. So, I don't necessarily know. I think Julio passes up Bichette. I don't know if he passes up Vladdy. I also don't know. I didn't even look up Jose Ramirez. Leo Rivas MVP, #1 in WAR per game. Is he? We love small sample sizes. Chat, Aaron with the $2. I appreciate that, Aaron. We love small sample sizes. Etsy, which Mojo merch win? Joe, can you make a Witches Be Crazy shirt with like a Mariners logo or something? What do you think? What do you think? Jose Ramirez has a 5 WAR with a 135 OPS plus. He's hitting .283 with 27 home runs. What's Julio's WAR right now? Julio has a 5.8 WAR. I honestly think that Julio should probably be ahead of Jose Ramirez. If the Mariners make the playoffs, I think that he would be. I honestly think that he would be. Tie in a Trevor project, don't know. True. Good shout, Jimma. Good shout. Yeah, I'll have to see if my designer guy can get on that. You know what I mean? If our designer, a witch raising the trident. Joe, get. Come on, designer monkey, get to it. He's not even here anymore. Can someone fill me in on the whole witch thing? All right, chat. I got you guys. Let's story time. So over on Twitter, Steven, they're an account that, as a big Mariners fan, has been watching the whole season and obviously knows what's going on. And they went to Etsy and paid an Etsy witch to, quote, now I'm going to swear here, plug your ears if you are a child, all right? I'm going to swear, a witch flying on a trident? Joseph. Is he still here? Joe, are you still here? Let me know. So, I'm going to swear here, okay? Oh, Steven's on Blue Sky too. W. Witches Be Crazy with the Trident logo. What am I trying to say? Oh, so Steven paid this Etsy witch to, quote, unfuck the Mariners. Because we know how bad they have been, on the road. The Etsy witch responded before the second game in Atlanta and said, I've cast the spell. Everything's going to be all right. You just got to manifest it. I used some of my best stuff, whatever. The Mariners ended up winning that game 10-2. And everyone's like, yo, the Etsy witch came through. And then the next day, they won, 18-1? You know what I mean? Like, 18-1? Hello? And then we're like, okay, so then the Mariners tweeted out, shout out to the Etsy witch. So the Mariners have seen this now. And they also posted the picture of Jorge Polanco with the Trident, and they gave Polanco a mustache. Anyway, so people were trying to send money to Steven, and they said, instead of sending me money, send it to the Trevor Project, donate to the Trevor Project, great cause. And so there's been a ton of people donating to the Trevor Project, and it's just been a rash of people of, as Joe put it in the podcast, of just good karma. Just going on around the team right now. Let me tell Joe to come back. Hold on. The chat says, come back. We need to ask a favor of you. Steven should get a World Series ring if they win. Absolutely. Replace the Swelmet with a witch's hat. Could you imagine? Dog, could you imagine? Colton always has a way of explaining things so I can understand them. It's because I have like a 2 IQ, so... Justin Hollander donated also? Is that true? Is that true? I did not hear about that. That's sick. Oh, sorry. Joe's too busy for us, chat. Joe's too busy for us. He's too important. Can we sign the Etsy Witch to a 1 year to see if it's legit? I'm in. My wife thinks I made up the Etsy Witch story. I mean, it's on Twitter. Like, it's out there. It's pretty clear. Can you do a better job of explaining Stranger Things than Goldie? Absolutely, I can. It wouldn't even be hard. It wouldn't even be hard to explain it better than whatever the heck Goldie did. That was hilarious. There was also a point during the broadcast where Dave Valley was talking about like injuries that he had playing baseball, and he said something about like I still have a hole in my quad, and like I'll let you feel it later or something to Aaron. Like it was so funny. Hey, we won, Adam. We won, dude. How about that? We won. Shout out to the Etsy Witch. Yeah, just a good all-around win tomorrow, or win today. Who's on the mound tomorrow? That's what I was going to ask. Let's see. Let's go Mariners pitching. Probables. I already forget who is on the mound tomorrow. Should be George, right? Right? Why is this not just showing up? Okay, Google. Astros fans gonna start accusing us of cheating with witch magic. That's probably true. So Matthew Liberatore on the mound tomorrow versus George Kirby. You're going to you're going to have your right-handed lineup in there, so you'll probably see Victor in right field again. Although it seems like he's just getting the lion's share of the playing time right now anyway. But I give a shout out. What? And then George is on the mound, so hopefully George can keep doing some home cooking and continue how he's been hot recently. Sparkman says, sorry, I've been under a rock. Did we send down Cole Young? No. So Cole Young is still on the roster. However, he's been losing playing time to Leo Rivas and Jorge Polanco because he just hasn't been playing very well. He's been he's had a rough go of it for the last 20 days or so, 20 games, which is not uncommon for a rookie offense. They generally a rookie will come up, and if they're hot to start out, they'll hit really well, and then they'll start to get the book will start to come out on that rookie offensive player, and then the league will adjust and they'll be able to start putting that hitter away. So he just has to adjust back. The only thing is it's just too late in the season for that to happen. You need to put your best team out there, and unfortunately Cole Young just isn't giving you the best chance to win. Like tomorrow, it'll probably be Jorge Polanco over at second base with Mitch Garver DHing. if I had to guess. That will likely be the lineup tomorrow. So, Harry Ford just watching the game like the rest of us. Hell yeah, Harry. Odds the Dodgers blow 2 no-hitters in a week? Are they throwing a no-hitter right now? Oh, versus the Rock. They're throwing a no-hitter, but they gave up a run? All right, Tanner Scott is in chat to not blow a no-hitter. Here we go. That's so funny. That's a good question. I know that the Guardians were like no-hitting the Royals there for a while. What should have happened with the catcher interfere with Naylor while at the plate? Dan should have oh well, no hitter's over unless it was an error. Dan should have challenged that play. You gotta just trust your player sometimes. You know what I mean? Was it a home run? It was a double? And it's gone. That's so funny. Yeah, Dan should have challenged that play and not challenged the catcher's interference at home plate with Julio trying to score. I don't know what the hell Dan was thinking. But anyway, chat, I'm going to get out of here. Great win today. Really, really fun one. Appreciate you guys all for being here. Another game tomorrow. We'll be live after that one as well. I guess I'll try to go work on the Witches Be Crazy design. I'm really bad at graphic design, so I'll do my best. I'll post what I make on Twitter. Thoughts? And you guys can see it. I'll post it on Twitter, so be sure to go follow Mojo, at Mojo Mariner on Twitter. I'll post what I can come up with. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Read my message. It's clever. Where's your message? Gotta rebrand her as the Mariners Siren, leading unknowing opponents to their doom. I like that idea. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here. Another big game tomorrow. Hopefully the Mariners can come away with a series win in that one. But appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you then. Good night.